there's Daniel. Reconquista, meaning reclamation of the Holy Land? Yeah, it's a good name for our strategy to retake the moon, right? I suppose. How about Operation Alpha's official name? Icebreaker. For both of the names, we're trying to keep them easy to understand. After all, you're a fan of names that are to the point, right? Howdy, Inzard. Welcome. How you doing? You having a good time? I had a look at Moon Dwellers. I played like 2 turns of the first stage. Talk about it later. Magistrat 2? Oh boy. Already there are infinity times 2 more people than I expected. So that's true. Then from here on, Alpha will be Operation Icebreaker and Bravo will be Operation Reconquista. Now that's done, tell me what we know. While the guests are currently doing recon operations on the Earth, they aren't making any big movements. Further, the Ruiner haven't just invaded South America, but Africa's coasts, Australia and Oceania as well. They have captured many of our bases and factories and producing armoured modules. Look at this data. I also know like the specific difference between a personal trooper and an armoured module now, thanks to the in-game glossary. And that's why. So our naval forces are reaching their limits. That's right, and Ruiner are coming out more often. You can't keep up with just the fleet sent out by the South American and Antarctic divisions. Is it possible they're full before Operation Icebreaker? Hard to tell. And due to their recent setbacks, the Gaia Sabres have scaled their forces back. I mean, maybe if he hadn't been suiciding upon us, they would have more. So what's our turret panel now? If it comes to it, the Federation may have to act alone on this. We've taken preparations based on that being the case. What should we do about the Steel Dragons? I think it's best to split them into 2 groups and have them help with both Icebreaker and Reconquista. Wouldn't it be better for them to focus on Icebreaker? I don't know what Ruiner will resort to in the future. Of course, if the Ruiner make the first move, we'll do that. But considering we can't control the moon, I want to settle things with the guests as quickly as possible. After all, it seems easy to manipulate Teneket Zezanin into something incorporeal like the Lord of Ruin. He's not wrong, is he? To Iti Island. Here's Sean. Given the previous attack, it seems the Gaia Sabres now know the location of this base. What should we do, Captain? We should lead them away from this island when we leave. True, the Gaia Sabres are more interested in chasing us than the island, but there's still a chance that this island could be attacked. There's nothing we can do about it. I knew the risks when I agreed to help you. Terribly sorry. Nope. They possibly received information about this base from their members who used to be in the DC. Would have happened eventually. However, as you said, we should leave to draw their fire. Commander Tetsuya, XO. Any objections? None. Nor here. And after we've drawn the Gaia Sabres away, we'll head for the coast of Chile and wait for new orders from General Jacom. Understood. Let's begin the preparations immediately, and please set up fire teams for patrol duty. Roger. Captain Kirk, I'll continue to work alongside the Steel Dragons. I'll leave your TT to you, but for the moment, please use the Kurogane and leave the island. Yes, sir. Missile. Toma, you feeling alright? Yeah, but more importantly, I'm really sorry, everyone. I'm not worried about that. We went out in the Rio to protect the base, right? And no one could have predicted anything like that happening. Hey, at least you're alright. We were really worried about you. Poor Spinners. Easily. Did pretty well for a first timer with the DML system. But the Lio system took control of everything and... By the way, you get lectured by Major Kai? Yeah, he yelled at me for 2 hours about deploying in the Rio and being overconfident. That's better than Yang Long's lectures. What do you mean? When I was making the same kind of mistakes, he started with 5,000 years of Chinese history and just kept going from there. If I opened my mouth, he'd repeat what he said up until that point 10 times. And when he got tired, he'd take he'd have Ran Shao take over while he slept. Wow, that's amazing. I heard rumours there was a man driven insane by it. I'd like you to stop saying such things. I simply take my time when I politely admonish people, so they can show true repentance. That is correct. If you like, we could explain it in more detail. No, I'm fine. My bad. I got it. My bad. Incredibly effective. And I was like, I better be careful. By the way, what's going to happen to the Rio? The captains are discussing it, but I'll probably be told to step down after what happened. It's like that same kind of thing would happen to anyone who piloted it. Tom, I'll lend you these. Wristbands and anklets? Sure, they're a bit different than the ones I normally use. Take it. Jeez, that's heavy. If you wear these all the time, it would be good training for using the DML system. You made a decision, you piloted the Ryo. I don't know what will happen, but you can't give up, so just in case you get another chance. Thanks, Liam. Well, a Grand Christmas. Hanukkah. Here's Erdy. Now I've bypassed the security. Idealance, Duvan Org's data. This is... I can use this for him. Units 8 and 9 are... we're doing a cruising test of the prototypes for Unit 8 and 9. I'll leave the data collection to their AI zeros, and you take the locus as well. I understand, but what if we encounter the enemy? I set the course through territory we control. Unlikely we'll run into the ruin or the steel dragons, let alone the guests. If you do run into them, you need to fall back immediately. We can't lose Units 8 and 9. Understood. And then internally, this is my chance. I can bring my plan to fruition at the same time. Albero, you'll help too. Over the ocean. And these are the specifications for TE Absorber Units 8, 9 and 10. So the strongest one is the Model X, number 10. Units 8 and 9 were made to be manned TE Absorbers. The Gaia Sabers will want to use those. Since we were able to amass money from their sponsors, they have abilities to surpass the Cerberus and the Garm Raid. But the Model X has AI-1. They put a hold on that. Mittal is afraid of AI-1 going out of control. Out of control? Professor Wong, given that the Cerberus and the Garm Raid faced off against the Medius in a real fight, not a mock battle. I know it went down. That was probably something Erd asked for. An earnest fight shows us the real power and it gets good data. She did it to help AI-1 grow rather than just having it study percentages. And for that result, it didn't matter if we died. She didn't care. All she cares about is AI-1. She loves it as if it were her own child. And why is Albero working for the Gaia Sabers? No idea. I thought it was strange and I looked into it, but Vital was on his guard. Albero and Erd also didn't say anything. And then Glim's like, there is a reason. It's not like I know everything. The matter with the President, the Canonists, Machinery Children Inc. I don't know much about that stuff. One last question. What do you think about Arthur Steinbeck? I can't tell what he wants. If you ask me to call him good or evil, I'd say he's completely evil. From everything that the Gaia Sabers are hiding, I can't imagine that he's plotting anything good. Well, that's just a hunch. He feels completely different than Bian Zoldark. Shira felt the same way about them, and that's why he did what he did. Shira? You mean Professor Shu Shirakawa? Oh my god, he's got a nickname for Shu Shirakawa. Of course, I work with the Gaia Sabers to afford food, but that's it. I'm pretty sure someone is pulling their strings for some larger purpose. For sharing information with this professor. Captain, it's near time to surface. Please return to the bridge. On my way. I have patrol duty, so please excuse me. Ah, that's right. Be careful. Roger. Oh shit, this is the good one. This is the good one. Aqua gets punked again. Ah, the weather today's fine, but high waves. The sea is wide, the sea is big, alright? And that's apparently the telegram from the Battle of Tsushima, a Japanese children's folk song. Oh jeez, we don't have time for obscure jokes, Mio. This is a patrol duty. I know that, I'm checking the radar. We're the ones doing the looking. Seriously, her life's easy because she treats us so rough. It must be nice to have familiars. Seems like they're helpful in a lot of ways. Yeah, and we can practice our comedy routines with them in our spare time. I don't know if I'd ask them to do that. It's really hard to use the TE Absorber alone. If Hugo is still here. So, if you could make a familiar, what type would it be? I guess... a Komodo dragon? Yeah, they're faster than they look, and... Hey, why did you assume a lizard? Yeah, you're pretty good at playing the straight man. So what would be good? Maybe a capybara. Oh, what's that? Also known as the giant cavidae, the world's largest rodent. I think she says it's a huge rat. Yeah, okay, and thus begins an untranslatable joke about how India being a homophone with hamster and Japanese. And, the things being journey to the west. Did you say a large road? Yes, of course. The long, long road leading to the land of our dreams in the west. Go west! Giant, so just a big mouse? I'm not sure what you're imagining, but pretty cute. Yup, and they're so big you want to call them Mr. and Mrs. Capybara. And that's Capybara-san. She's the company. Oh, you've had golf? Yeah, we've got to get this shit done. We've got 12 stages to do. I'll send you some pictures later. I'm sure you'll like them, Lynn. Thanks. Now that they've talked about it so much, I kind of want to see it too. No one's taking this seriously. Here's Dreki. Madam, there's an odd reading above us. The air seems distorted. We need to alert the others. Right, everyone, look above. Chapter 50, Crossing Paths Once More. In Moondwellers, it was episode 1. Instead of chapter 1, it was episode 1. This is a teleportation signature. Rank. That's the guests. Why are they here? Had they been conducting recon operations on the Earth? 2D won't be able to run away from this many of them. Gotta shoot them down. Send a message to the Hiryu. Everyone be careful. SR point is kill 12 in 2 texts. Yeah, so Moondwellers. The translation varies between to fine. Sometimes it's a little stiff. Sometimes you're like, man, I wish they'd said this instead of this. God, Zash, you're fucking trash, dude. Can't even hit an Archon. Yeah, Mio's got 3. Yangon's got 1. 2D's got 2. Misaki's got 2, and Shu's got 1 that he made because he didn't want to make a second one because it's awful. He hates Chica. He doesn't do much Chica, really. I watched the attract mode, which is where it just shows you a demo reel of some attacks, and I was like, no, this is perfectly fine, like, this is totally fine. And then one lady got shot and said, you don't need any bargain. I'm like, what is that even meant to fucking be? You don't need any bargain. Like, what? I forgot how good Aqua's theme is. There's a bit where Toya says, I cannot use neither the television nor the internet. The robot? Why is it doing here? Is in. Oh. So, you know Arado and Ciola in the Twin Bird Strike? They count their attacks. 1, 2, 3. It's been translated as einst, 2, 2, and dry, but as in like drying yourself because you're wet. So, I mean, there are like the einst is an enemy, is a thing, so I can see how the translator fucked it, but also, come the fuck on. Like, just please. Please. Oh yeah, we gotta get this shit damn done. Yeah. Like this. 1, 2, 3. The picture. 1, 2, 3. I'm surprised it's not a pun that's happened when they attack Einst. But also, jeez. Jeez. But then, yeah, they're bad at the pronouns. There's, Koda he says, "Hey, it's that weird chestnut-headed dude or whatever," and then he says, "He's really tenacious, isn't it?" He's really tenacious, isn't it? Couldn't even keep the same pronoun for one fucking sentence. Hydro pressure. Yeah, her movies are goddamn degs. Toya has a Cybuster model kit on his shelf behind him at the start. The Star Wars opening scroll, as far as I could tell, perfect, totally fine, 100%, totally fine. The opening cuts, like the Toya talking about his dream sequence, not so perfect. he was like at one point he says that clear hair and the red shining particles in the air. But all I remember is that sad face. The sad face, no, the girl with the sad face and the posture towards me. There's another bit where he uses too many words. I can use not help. I can't. And what's another one? Oh, and then like but her words never find a place in my mind. Instead of I can never remember what she says. Honorifics are in. They say like San and Chan and Kun. Shoko says Oni-san for Kota, and also she refers to herself in the third person, which is really weird. There's what like I just did two things and then the quick save and quit, and the quit skit is Ken's like, "Oh, my brother's been playing the video game too long. Oh, he's too tired." And then Shoko's like, "It sucks. My brother's the same." But she says, "Shoko's Oni-chan is the same." She's like, "Oh?" She's like, "Yep, he doesn't do any cleaning, cooking, buying the groceries. Shoko's gotta do it all." And like, that's like, the second one makes sense, but going, Shoko's brother makes no sense. But it's like just saying, my brother's the same is much better than going, but like, Shoko's gotta do it all. That works. How many have we killed? Yeah, I want less than 12. The glossary entries are 99% perfect, those ones I've seen. Though, you can go, "Oh, what's the Zavok? Oh, they're ruled by a Privy Council. What's the Privy Council? Oh, the Privy Council of the leaders of the Zavok." And then it explains more. It's like, okay, but what's the Zavok? And you can just do an infinite loop of going into them, opening like 60 windows of this glossary. The difference between a personal trooper and an armoured module is a personal trooper is a humanoid mechanoid, like mecha, that has an AI where you can like select an attack pattern to tell it to do a thing, and then it does it, so it enacts your will. They word it as. Which is what we've seen in the anime when Kyosuke's like, "Yep, dispense kick." Like, he just chooses the attack from a menu and then does it. And but then there was one that was like, "This company is based in Turkey. They're a construction. They manufacture construction machinery." And then it's like they have. They have expanded weapons technology because of the state of society, because of the state of the society, which is like they've increased their weapons division because the world's a fucked up place where you keep getting invaded by aliens and everything. There's also a glossary entry for that where Akemi, the girl twin, says, well, you know what they say about the current times, and then the current times is highlighted and it's got capital letters. And it's like so we've got Universal Century, Anno Domini, New Anno Domini, the current times. And it's just like, yeah, you know what? Perfect. Nailed it. The opening cutscene is really well animated. Like, this game starts with Ing in the thing, and it's a little bit animated, and Dark Prison has got Masaki and Shu a little animated, but the opening scene of the Dwellers has like full lip syncing and everything. Like, you would go, oh, but like that's actually straight from a goddamn anime, except for the big text boxes at the bottom. Yeah, to be fair, EDF made new guns because of Aliens too. Oh, and there's also Akemi, the boy twin. He has 2 lines before you're like, oh, fuck this dude. He's like, Toya, you don't look so good. You've been having, yeah, the goddamn Aqua's pilot seems fucking good, in my opinion. Aqua, I think Aqua is like 90% breast and thighs, like, of her mass. Pretty much like something like that. Yeah, and he's like, yo, tell you, you know what's so good? Up all night playing Burning PT, and then he says, well, this is not it is. And it's like, alright, the fly is good. The fly's fine, I don't know the fly. And then his sister comes in and he's like, oh, my brother's the same, what he's up too late play. And then they talk about how he doesn't have a dad, he lives alone, because his dad's always busy, and he has to do stuff on his own, and look after himself. And then they mentioned the dream. He's like, oh, it's your dream. And then the guy says, I would never get tired of having my sister wakes me up in the morning. And I'm like, oh my god, this is his second text box and he's already fucking going on incest. But then Akemi's next line is, yeah, you could just get yourself up, you know. So he's obviously meant to be sarcastic. But the first read of it was like, oh my god, he wants to fuck his twin sister. Shit, what have they done? Fuck. Hit. She's good, she's good. It was tough as hell, by the way. And now they're going to return the favour. Yeah, EAT. I don't know what EAT stands for. Maybe we'll be able to find out one day. In Moon Dwellers. They've also left they've left some things untranslated. Like they say the Gyokoza Key. That's what the Fury calls the Grantee. And they haven't translated that, but it's literally just the throne. That's its name. The throne. It's called the throne with capital letters. It stands for he's just hungry, if only. Time for the dog orbs. No, not dog orbs. He's going to release the dogs from the Pokeballs. Very. Gary. Nothing's faster than a dog. Except an even faster dog. Some of the spells have got new names again. Flash or Alert is now Fate. Accelerate is now Quicken. Belief is Conviction, which is understandable. Just because Belief has never had like an English version done yet, English translation. Red text is really weirdly pixelated, I noticed. But other than that, I'm really fucking excited to play it because it's really good looking. It's really good looking. Granted, on the map looks fucking incredible. It's so good. And that's just on the map. Target EAT. Sometimes you gotta use giant dogs to fuck up an alien. Ah, piss, we got it. Madam, there's something approaching us. 3 of them. They're not teleporting in, so it's not the guests. Gaia Sabers? Yep. What are those things? It's Model 8 and 9. The Ultra Dog Machine. Dog heads for shoulders and an actual dog it wears. You can turn into a little robot dog. And a bird. Atlas is the one that actually uses it properly though. And the Cerberus Ignite. It's Garmraid Blaze, the Cerberus Ignite. But I mean, it already had this attack, so this isn't anything new and exciting right now. This new bit though, I haven't did that bit yet. Might have done. It's been a while since we've done this. They shot down the guests. That's... Here's Erd. Great luck if you want to find her so quickly. Here's Albero. Bitch, you changed course because you're after her? Of course not, this is a coincidence. Expect the Units 8 and 9 fight. Isn't that going directly against Mital's orders? Don't worry, I'll take full responsibility. Mite. As you can see, the Units 8 and 9 are complete. In other words, we have no use for your machine anymore. Get out of here, man. I still have something to settle with you. And still, I'll give you one last chance. Get out of the Medius Locus. If you don't, we'll... One last chance? You already know that's pointless. I'll never forgive you, but for right now... I've always hated that about you. Your stubborn nature. Ever since I first met you. You were raised without hardships, pursued your own path in life, lived without any major stumbling blocks, protected by your wealth and power without worrying about how best to make use of your skills. Your little princess routine has always been disgusting to me. And you chose to be a pilot, so instead of being a bird in a cage, you would become a casualty of war, proving you couldn't fly by your own power. The truth of it is you chose to join the military for show. That's not true! What's not true? Even in the worst situations, unthinkable hardships, you never were in any danger or wanting for food. You always had money. As part of the Centrum family, I had to erase part of myself to live. We're different. I joined to make things happen. Things? Like what? Hugo's death? Even with all you know, you still act like a stupid baby. But still, you could have some use. The DSC data you've collected is necessary for my AI-1. What do you plan to gain with AI-1? How shall I answer? Fame and fortune? Control over the world? Death of humanity? No interest in any of those things. I just want to see how far it can go, and for that, I'll do anything. So, come Aqua, your corpse would be a great boon for my child. You... Totally fucking destroyed though, right? There's still noise in AI1. Is it reacting to Aqua? Yeah, because Hugo's in it, you fucking idiot! Everybody else figured that shit out! Seems like it's the same error as before. Within operational limits, AI1 and I'll protect Units 8 and 9. You go after the girl. We're both doing this for our children, Albero. This woman. Aqua. I'm alright, I'll stop her. I'll stop her. To do that, I'll destroy AI1. It's definitely reacting to Aqua. Is it resonating with her? Are you calling her part of your growth, AI1? We're going. Ready? Yes, before the Steel Dragons arrive, we need to kill Aqua. Focus on her. In this game, Fortitude or Invincibility, or Grit, depending on what you want to call it, reduces all damage to 10. In Z3, it reduces it to 1/8 for one attack, and in Moon Dwellers, it reduces it to 12.5%, which is 1/8. They just listed it like that. I mean, I don't really want to fucking touch him, but I will.
これ以上進化なんかさせるもんか。損傷は軽微。AI1 にも問題ありません。
And in beginner mode, you get 10 PP and 20,000 money for each SR point. And beginner mode, you don't play the prologue, it just happens as a cutscene, and then you automatically do the Toya route. And apparently, so there are scenes and dialogues that get skipped. But I'll do it anyway. So you can get the Red Grungus first time through and have a good time. Sorry, the big boy's got to come in. Yo! Maybe I won't, because someone recommended that you should. But I sort of want to see how it goes. I'll be annoyed if it makes me do. I think you just do all the Toya routes every time. Oh, General Laker. Now has a Y in his name, so he's Laker. It's just like little weird things like that, but it's mostly understandable. You get it. I haven't been confused by anything. You just go, oh, they could have worded that this way. They could have worded this way instead. Oh, yeah. You said Mio's voice is annoying? Or you finally just heard me for the first time? Mio is beauty. I identify strongly with Mio as a nerd with a shit voice also. Unit number 8, the new version of the Cerberus. If I don't pay attention to its approach, I'm done for. Bloody Ray. Fire. I still don't know what you don't need any bargain is. You don't need any bargain. him. What could that fucking be? Oh, and they translated what in Japanese is written as like full on that weird amoeba thing. They just translate that as amoeba yaro, but amoeba spelt wrong, and yaro, which is Japanese for like bad dude. At this rate we can't win. Do I have to disable the TE limiter? I'll commend you for getting this far, but now it's all over. Get her, Ignite. Ugh. Did you think I'd get caught by that? Just as I thought. Catch her, Blaze. Ah! Aqua! You won't interfere. For some reason, we stood here and got owned. Albero, keep watch over here. What? Now, AI1, go wipe out Aqua. Ah! My machine! You listen to me, AI1. There's a good boy. I can't move. The cockpit hatch! Aqua, I have one last request for you. Huh? I want to see that little head of yours as it's crushed and tore open. Die screaming in pain. Maybe if you do that, I'll come to like you a bit. A bit. Hugo! Hugo! But yeah, Amoeba Yaro. The cockpit's opening. The Plasmananiums. Swallow me up. Control it, Erd. AI1, what are you doing? Stop the dispersal of the Plasmananium at once. It swallowed me. Whoa. It's out of control. This can't be. What's going on? Aqua? What did I do? I was trapped by the Medius, and then... Aqua. This voice. Hugo? Aqua. Sorry, Hugo. I couldn't do it. Wake up, Aqua. It's not over yet. But I can't. I'm here with the both of us. We can stop him. Eh? So wake up. Hugo? Ugh. He's coming up from the Plasmananium? Give me your hand, Aqua. This is my chance to get away. What are you? Pull me out of here. Quicker. Okay. I forgot. Hugo! Sorry, thanks for the help. Your arm. Not a problem. As you can see, not even real. That's possible. No, that's impossible. AI1, you took him with you? Why? Did you think he was a necessary part like the TE engine? So if your evolution to continue, you needed a pilot. Needed a human? But when I scanned you, I didn't find anything like that. So why? Why is he alive? Why did you get rid of him? Is it because you're done with him? When you responded to Aqua? No, it was Hugo's consciousness responding to her. Not to take Aqua, or to kill her. Hugo. Chief. He's been taken in by the Plasmananium. Hurry up. Get away from the Medius. You... Looks like our positions are reversed. This is what I deserve for what I've done till now. Chief! Hugo, take care of Folia. Please, my son. What are you talking about, Chief? No, he's alive. Vital has him. To keep Folia alive, So Ed just shot him. Fine, AI1. Do what you want. But Albero, no more use for you. Ed. It's unexpected, but I was planning on doing something like this to you anyway. So go ahead and get consumed by AI1. Just try to leave a corpse. You. I'll let you know before you die. Folia S no longer exists in this world. What? What you saw was a fake. You got someone else's corpse, it's a reconstructive surgery. It's a good job, right? Well, you still want to believe that it was real. Doesn't really matter if it's true or not, because you're gonna die. You bitch. Chief! Hugo! Albero! Ah! Looks like that's my name has calmed down. I can control it again. Demite, how dare you do that to the chief? To Folia! Folia's death wasn't my fault. You don't need to bear that grudge against me. You bitch! Kisama! More bad dudes. Link 1 to Gamma 1. You return to base immediately and explain why you went against orders. Albero Estes died in battle. Really? Regrettably, yes. He was the one who went against orders. He forced me to go out of the test course. He planned on using Units 8 and 9 to ambush the Steel Dragons. To gain glory. In any case, take Units 8 and 9 and fall back. I would, but right now it's impossible to control those two as they're in combat. Since I've lost my pilot, I can't move well, so I need you to handle the cleanup. What? Aqua, I was hoping to make sure you died by myself, but I'll leave that to Units 8 and 9. Those two machines have taken the data gathered from you and Hugo. In other words, you'll be killed by yourselves. You. She is super mean, right? Goodbye, Hugo Medium. It might be a bit cliche, but I'll say it anyway. Have fun in hell with Albero and Folia. Can't run, Erde. Aqua, we need to follow her. We can't. I don't know how you feel. I feel that way too. But what do you think about surviving, now that you're back with us? Aqua, no matter what, come back alive. Isn't that what Major Albero taught you? That's right. So leave this to me. Alright? This reading. The cavalry's here. Here they are. I made it. Everyone alright? Somehow. And Aqua saved Hugo. What? Really? Yep, like she said. Ensign Hugo, you're alive. Seems like you didn't lose to your bad luck. But where have you been? Let's talk about it later. All units begin the attack. Before that, Captain, if I may. What is it? Those two machines, T Absorber Units 8 and 9. Did you pick them up? Huh? I was involved in their creation. It'd be a waste to destroy them. If you retrieve them, I can repair them. And now that Hugo's back, we can use them. Understood. Send a message to all units. Do not destroy the T Absorbers, but capture them. Roger. And now we've got to defeat all enemies except them two and lower their health below 2,000. But I mean, easy enough. The real bit is going to be not killing them. You're fucking mature. Which old man? Eric Wong going, ooh! Or Kai being surprised. And also try not to use that word like that also. Yeah, Wong's face is really cheeky. That's the face he makes later when he's like, I've been studying Lamia's body. Like, I can't wait for Uncle Burnell to show up and just be Eric Wong but young and weirder. Like even weirder than that dude. Let's go. Some bullshit for murder. They're not water. Are they? So they're better off flying. Wow! Whoop!
ゲシュペンスとマーク2の力
許す気はねえ。
見せてやる。
このモーションだ。
ステーク。
私も一枚噛んでるのさ。
Oh, you can also choose to turn off the rear units opening dialogue. So just the first one will say something, and then they'll start their attacks, and then like they still say their lines for the attacks. As far as I know, I'll just do the other thing. Can't wait to wrestle Battle of Us. Have a wild ride with that dude. Lucky. It's fine. Right. With this crab stick, I'll translate Super Robot War. Hello, this is Helmet. Oh, they translated Visaga. Like, Visaga's attack. Visaga's attack, they translated it literally. And it's like, 5-size death sword or something ridiculous. I give the turns I played, the 5 minutes of cutscene, I give it a fucking away, you gotta be 3 away or she can't help. Yeah, the sound went weird for a bit because I dared to refresh a webpage. I mean, fucking horrific of me, I know, but...
Gaia Sabers, 手並みを見せてもらうわ。